good afternoon, good evening, good morning, whatever it is, wherever you are. My name is Malachi J. Matthews, and I am joined, as always, by Hollywood Fletcher.
Hi.
Hi. And we also have the third man is here today. Mark Adams, formerly Magic Mark Adams.
Hello.
How's it going?
I'm alright. You sound a bit husky, mate. What's going on?
I've been wrestling this weekend and doing a lot of shouting.
You've been wrestling?
Yeah.
You're a 40-year-old man. What are you doing?
41 years old now.
That's well old, that.
I know. I got in a death match and I got a light tube on the head to pickle glass out.
Did you get a light tube on your throat as well?
No.
Yeah, did you eat it?
No. My voice wasn't this bad before you guys came round. It's getting better compared to what it was before we actually started recording.
Okay.
I think if I try and talk in a lower register, I'm all right.
That sounds significantly better.
Yeah.
A lot less like the teenage
Yeah.
boy from The Simpsons.
So yeah, that's all it was. I've been on tour for the
You
weekend.
don't look like a teenage boy.
I don't look like a teenage boy, no.
I've been enjoying the posters you've been doing with your faces on. They're good.
Yeah, well, there's ones of you up as well, but
I know. I've been enjoying them.
yeah,
I made a particularly attractive cheerleader.
on a film we all hated.
Oh, that was a wretched film. But I still wanted to come back.
I feel like your serious, stern face on the cheerleader probably made it even better. You look like cheerleading is serious
I was
business.
quite cross.
Yeah. So then, Fletch, what are we doing today?
Double Dragon.
Double Dragon.
Yeah, Double Dragon from 1994.
1994 now.
Based on the popular video game franchise?
Yeah.
That's right, yeah. So this is the mid-90s, kind of where you had, I think 1993 was Super Mario Brothers film.
Street Fighter.
Street Fighter, I think, came out the same year as this
I
as
love
well.
the Street Fighter film.
It was on TV the other day and we watched it again.
Bad English accent Kylie was a highlight of that.
Yes.
Good films. I feel like they're good films. I think they're ones that people look back on as being really bad and stuff.
Yeah,
but
That's because they were, but
Yeah.
that doesn't mean they're not fun to watch.
yeah, they are great though. Like they're just really campy, and I think a lot of people mistake camp for bad.
Yeah, I know.
It's just supposed to be over the top. You know
No,
what I mean?
they were wretched films. They were.
I'm going
I
to.
still love them and enjoy them, but they're
This
not
is
good.
my hill. I'm going to die on.
Right, so you're saying that good, like a good film is One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest,
Yeah.
and you're saying that a good film is Super Mario Brothers. Is
More-
that what you're actually saying?
I'm going
Kombat.
to say yes. I'm going to stand here before you and say that Super Mario Brothers is a good film.
That is,
After I've just said One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest,
that is strong.
I mean, that's a good film too.
Oh,
That one's all right.
It's all right, yeah.
goodness.
So, Double Dragon, 1994, film based on a computer game that really has nothing to do with the computer game as far as I can see.
It does a little bit.
There's an element of it. They've got the right names.
Got the right names, yeah.
There's a nice little homage, spoilers, where he fights himself, and that's one of the bosses. You fight your brother. Is one of the bosses.
I didn't notice that.
That's a nice.
Yeah,
little,
that's-
little ref to the.
Yeah, I didn't
to the-
notice that. Is there any more trivia? Is there any trivia on the film before we start, Fletch? Anything about the making of Double Dragon?
I didn't really look at anything for the making of it. It's got an interesting cast though.
It has got. We were saying that today when
I
we
really
watched
love
it.
the cast.
Yeah, it's got the guy that's not Brandon Lee, the guy that was the Crow.
Oh.
The other Crow.
Is that Mark Dacascos?
Yes.
He's fitting.
He was also in.
Even with his 90s curtains, I still would.
He was also in Time Cop.
He was.
The series.
He
Wasn't
was
it?
in
The
that
second
Brotherhood
one.
of the Wolf, and he did some good bow staff stuff in that.
He does some good bow staff stuff in this.
Right, that's the thing. Mark Dacascos, he's a very, very good martial artist. He's not a good actor.
He's not the
But
Crow.
he's a very, very good martial artist. Well good with a bow staff, and he's fit, and I would. So as soon as I saw Mark Dacascos, I was like, hello, Mark Dacascos. And I was like, I like this film 17.3276% more.
Yeah, and his
because
brother
of Mark
is,
Dacascos.
and his brother is from Party of Five.
I don't know what that is.
It's a
Also, we've got Robert Patrick.
Robert Patrick.
Agent Doggett.
T2.
Agent Doggett,
Is Agent
not the
Doggett-
Terminator.
Yeah, but you're still Agent Doggett.
It was
wasn't it?
Agent Doggett, yeah.
For those of you that aren't idiots and kind of stopped watching the X-Files when it got shit, Agent Doggett is like Mulder's replacement for 2 seasons of the X-Files, like 8 and 9, I think.
Yeah.
And he was...
It was rubbish.
He was just Agent Doggett, and it was like, where's fucking Mulder?
He'd gone off to find his sister, hadn't he?
Yeah. But yeah, Agent Doggett was in it.
Yeah.
He's a good actor, Rob Patrick.
Not in this season.
No.
Well, I think this is another thing that these films have. Same the Super Mario Brothers film as well, and the Street Fighter film.
And
You've got
Mortal
that
Kombat,
one
is it?
good actor who just chews on the scenery and
Yeah,
just
just-
kind of... It's like a holiday for them. They're just
Having
going to have
all the lulls
fun.
in it,
Yeah.
It's got nice hair in it.
Because this is actually after T2 as well.
Yeah,
so
this is-
Agent
yeah.
Doggett has been well good as like T1000s.
Yeah.
And now he's doing Double Dragon. I mean,
You would, though, wouldn't you? Just like, do you want to do Double Dragon? Yeah, I'll do Double Dragon.
Yeah.
What's the story? Oh, it's just hundreds of armies of street punks, and you're the king of the street punks. Well, sounds alright to me.
King of the Street Punks.
King of the fucking
King of
street
the street
punks.
punks.
His name is Koga Shuko,
Koga Shuga,
Shuga,
yeah.
which is a name he gives to himself because
yeah,
it
'cause
sounds Japanese.
we're never going to call him that again, now, are we? We're going
No,
to
it's called-
continue to call him Agent Doggett.
Agent Doggett.
Agent
I got him
Doggett.
down as T2
Right, okay.
on my
yeah.
notes. So
Agent
it
Doggett.
starts with T2 Agent Doggett explaining that there's this special magic medallion. And it literally starts with the logo. It says somewhere in China with a big ninja fight.
Yeah, this scene's really weird because it looks like it's set in like feudal China,
I
doesn't
love
it?
how it says somewhere in China.
Yeah,
It doesn't
just
even bother
Yeah.
to tell you, just China.
China.
That small area of the world, China.
But they come in and they have this fight and it just everything about it looks like it's set in feudal China. So you think it's a flashback.
Yeah.
And then right at the end, someone just opens a
Fucking laptop with a satellite
opens
in
a
it.
briefcase with a
gets
radio
my,
thing.
That gets
in
my
it.
first love
It's
answer.
hard, the laptop.
Again, if you've not heard me on this before, I when I make my notes, if I like something, I do a big love art next to my notes. And today I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 love arts. That my first love art was because somewhere in China, and it was just
Yeah.
bollocks, and it made
Somewhere
me
in
laugh.
China.
First love art of the day.
But as Fletcher says, it's not in the past. It's in fact, the future of 2017.
No, it's 2007.
It's
2007. Oh, sorry. Yeah,
And
2000.
don't forget, it's also after the big quake.
The big quake.
After
as
the
we
big
got.
one.
Do you want to know? I got my second love art of the day.
What was that?
After the big
After the
quake.
big quake.
Because it's just so bollocks. It's like, well, I don't need to know what happened. It's just
Everything's underwater as well.
Everything's-
And everything's fucked. The big quake. I've written quake like 4 times in my notes on the first page.
Was the video game set after a big quake?
No,
No.
your girlfriend got kidnapped and you.
Yeah.
Blown up and-
Yeah, because someone punches her and
Yeah.
shoves her over
Yeah,
the shoulder on the first thing intro of the.
Yeah. We could
So
go.
also that about why does a Double Dragon need to be sci-fi?
I don't know, but he explains about the medallion and it's in 2 halves. They've split it, but the lady ninja has found the medallion, hence getting onto the super scientific laptop to tell Terminator 2 she's got the other half.
You mean Linda Lash?
Linda Lash.
Yes, the first
Actual
actual
from the
character
game.
from the game.
Oh,
Whitley.
Oh god, I shouldn't.
Linda Lash. Yeah,
Linda
she was
Lash.
in the game as well.
Powerful
Yep.
MILF. Powerful MILF.
I always felt bad nicking a whip and whipping her back.
Well,
When I played the game, obviously not in real life.
She knew what she was
the
getting herself
actual
into.
actor of like whipping women. I'm not only in video games would I ever contemplate whipping a woman or a man. Actually, that's not true.
that's not true, is it?
No, that's not true.
Kumite! We see Team Lee in a Kumite situation, Billy and Jimmy versus Team Red. And now you're talking about the quake also. No, because there is there's a tremor, isn't there, while they're there, so the quake
Yeah.
is constantly
So
happening.
they've got these big pillars, these big makeshift pillars that are always just kind of wobbling
Jacks.
about. I think that's some really good world building. You know, yeah, because so straight away you know they live in this future world of 2007.
Where everything's falling down.
Yeah.
Whenever there's a film that is now set in the future but is actually in the past, you know what I mean? If we're watching 2019 and it's 2007 there, and they predicted a future that's very, very wrong, I call it a lolpocalypse. So we are in a lolpocalypse film here.
Which is very nicely signified by a midget pumping up a massive jack to hold up his house.
To hold up the...
To hold up the venue that they're having a tournament in.
Yeah.
And then you get the advert for Jack City because everyone needs jacks. There's jacks all over the city, propping everything up.
Well, they have the fight, don't they?
It's a good fight.
Yeah, it's a good fight.
I really like the fight.
With Team Red when they're
Mark
fighting Team Red.
Dacascos.
Well, they get disqualified for a noogie.
They get disqualified for Bellender.
Yeah,
really,
shenanigans.
It's a noogie. I've not... Have you been to many karate tournaments?
We have seen Bloodsport.
I've seen the Karate Kid.
Yeah, Kumite.
Is the noogie a disqualifiable move? Is that an illegal move in karate?
Karate is just strikes, isn't it? So you can't grab someone.
So yeah, I suppose jumping on someone's back and noogieing them.
And similarly, it would be an illegal move in judo because you're kind of striking with the noogie bit.
Yeah.
So yeah, no noogies in martial art competition.
Reckless.
I don't think you can do it in MMA either.
It's reckless, is what it is.
Really, what we need is someone to start a full contact noogie fighting league.
Yeah.
I would watch that.
Sport of the future.
I would watch that.
Nugfest.
Nugfest.
Nugfest. I'd like to take a moment now just to appreciate Mark Dacascos' 90s curtains.
Yeah.
Those curtains. I had those curtains when I was in the 90s. And I had them a long time, and all photographs of me in the 90s, I looked like a right knobhead.
I can't imagine you.
Did you have curtains?
I used to have long hair. I had dreadlocks. I had everything.
But did you have like legit 90s curtains?
Oh, probably, yeah. In the 90s. We all did.
Did you, Fletch? Do you have 90s curtains? Are you old enough to have had like 90s curtains?
I had, in the 90s, I had the shaven head and fringe.
Oh, Carter cut.
Nice.
Is that what it?
We used to call it
Like a
Carter
Carter.
cut. Yeah, Carter USM, wasn't it? A Carter cut.
I had that.
Yeah.
I did have that when I was a kid.
Did you have a Carter cut? I never had a Carter cut.
I went to see
did have
Carter,
90s curtains.
I had that, and also I would sometimes be seen with the rat tail.
Oh, rat tail.
So
Never had one of them.
long at the front or long at the back, one or the other. That was my 90s
Nice.
hairdo.
Nice.
Good stuff. So we get to see what the TV situation is like in this desolate, horrible future. The news. Andy Dick is the weatherman.
Yeah, so you've got George Hamilton as the news anchor,
Yeah.
and he's an actor, isn't he?
Yeah, he is, yeah.
And you've got Vanna White from Wheel of Fortune
And WrestleMania 4.
and WrestleMania 4,
Vanna White.
and Andy Dick on the weather.
Yeah.
That makes no sense. But this is a lolpocalyptical future.
Yeah, I feel like they're saying in this future world, we've just got random celebrities telling you the news.
Yeah, but the news is all about...
celebrities. In America, I think Vanna White was actually quite famous.
Oh, yeah,
wasn't she?
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, all three of them would.
Didn't she have a crap video game at one point?
I don't know.
I'm sure there was a
Vanna
Vanna
White
White
computer
video
game.
Can we quickly go back to the illegal fight? Because I missed a love art.
Oh, did you?
Oh.
I love arted a kick by Mark Dacascos. 'Cause he had this lad in front of him, and he like had he was like a roundhouse, but then he back kicked him and roundhouse and back kicked him just by swinging his knee back and forth,
Like a
And he kinda
trout.
like you'd slap someone back and forth, but he did that with his leg,
Yes.
and that earned the love art because it was well good.
Troutfoot.
Trout-footed
him.
Yeah. I enjoyed it. Just like that, yeah. I enjoyed it immensely. It was good.
So yeah, also...
I just fancy Mark Dacascos.
This is just... Why don't you just marry Mark Dacascos, Mark?
I totally would.
Some Mark on Mark action.
What's he doing now?
I think he's doing just like serious acting now. I'm sure. Right, I'm going to Google.
You Google it, so-
You Google
He was in
it.
something that I watched relatively recently, and he was less shit as an actor.
All right.
So during the news, they basically tell us about that the city is under curfew. So in the daytime, the police have basically got things under control.
Mm-hmm.
But as soon as it gets to night, the nighttime, then literally everyone has to go inside because armies and armies of street punk gangs.
Street punks, and they are all punks. They've all got manholes.
There's There's the clown crew. There are the Mohawks. There's just a massive street punk attack. They are everywhere.
This is a very street punk heavy film,
It
but it's
is.
a very street punk heavy game.
Yeah.
So I think it's very in keeping
Yeah.
with the game in that sense. So there's your
Yours.
homage to the game there.
We also...
Oh, that's where I've seen Mark Dacascos. He's in the fucking John Wick trilogy.
Where?
He's in John Wick 3, and he's in Maximum Impact, and where else have I seen him? That
He's just shit Brandon Lee.
He is shit, Brandon Lee. He was in Cradle to the Grave, which was great.
Nice.
He was brilliant in Brother Wolf. That's 2001. That's that long ago. I'm sure I've seen him in a telly program as well.
Isn't it like CSI or something, I'm sure?
Telly program. Let me just have a look. Oh, he was in Agents of Shield. That's where I've seen him recently, and Lucifer. And I'm glad he's getting work. But he wasn't very kicky in Agents of Shield. He was more sinister, and he wasn't shit as an actor in Agents of Shield as he was in Double Dragon, because he was pretty shit.
He was quite young in Double
Good
Dragon.
kicking.
Yeah, really good at kicking.
Good kicking.
So we meet a Bobo, an actual character from the game here.
Yeah. Also, he's played by Niels Allen Stewart.
Yeah, what was he in? I recognise him from something.
Me and you watched a film with him in quite recently.
Did we?
Firepower.
What was he in Firepower?
He normally has a great big moustache and a bald head.
I
Yeah.
thought Bobo was played by Michael Berryman.
He's got two, that's the later one.
The later one.
That's
okay.
Mega a Bobo.
Got you,
when
sorry.
he mutates. But
Yeah,
this
so
one is
spoilers.
Niels Allen Stewart, and he kind of does a lot of stunts. He's the stunt coordinator in Tough and Deadly.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
The river of tap runs,
Yeah,
runs through
he's
it.
a stunt coordinator for Deadliest Warrior as well.
These are all on
What,
the list.
Dennis Warrior as in
The TV
the
show.
telly show that was bloody brilliant with
Yeah.
jelly people, what you hit with axes?
Yeah, he did the.
I adored that programme. I was devoed when they took it off Netflix.
He did like the modern series, you know, where they had like the Taliban versus the
versus the
IRA.
Yeah, or a pirate versus a medieval knight.
Yeah.
and stuff like
Genghis
that.
Khan.
Yeah, I loved that. Where did that go? And why is it not on Netflix anymore?
So my voice seems to be getting a bit better now.
Maybe we should do like a separate podcast and just watch episodes of that.
Bonus tap.
Or just watch episodes of that. Because it's
Yeah.
well good.
So
I loved it.
I loved it.
So after the street punk attack on Team Lee, Abobo tries to take the medallion from the heroes, but they escape into their cars. Their car that runs on rubbish.
Yeah, it's this
Yeah.
weird furnace-powered station wagon.
They keep putting cheese in it.
They,
They keep putting cheese in
they've
it.
just got a hole in the centre of the
Yeah.
car and they drop shit in and it goes faster.
Yeah, and they get in check. The street punk truck has got like jaws of death on the front of it.
And it's called, and there's some weird 90s technology going on
There
here
is.
as well.
Yeah, because what he does is he gets more cheese. There's a map that's covered in cheese and he chucks it out the window and it sticks on the front cover of the truck, but it's all right because they've got a telly tracker, which is basically an Amiga game with a bumper can.
Yeah.
And then
I love the 2007 tech. They've kind of predicted, with bad graphics, but they've kind of predicted VR sat-nav and the internet.
yeah, they did.
Which is quite impressive, actually.
Yeah, that's what I've written down here. It's like, did they invent sat-nav? Because they think they did.
I mean, it's still a low apocalypse, but they got that quite right.
Yeah.
Also, fourth love art, usage of the word gnarly.
Gnarly.
That
the
is so
street punk-
90s.
A
So
Bobo's,
90s.
a Bobo's mate, he's a good old street punk, isn't he? I mean, it's a good street punk situation all through strong street punks.
Yeah.
Good character work from the street punks.
They're all punks.
All
I just
punks.
love that they've all got a punk.
Some of them are clowns.
Yeah. And they get into a fight with the Bobo, and he says, "Hey, broomhead, I'm going to sweep the floor with your hair."
Brilliant.
And then a load of graffiti camo punks come out of the walls.
I love the graffiti camo.
Yeah.
Graffiti camo punks. There's so many punks though.
And that's where we meet Marion, and Marion is the leader of the Power Corps.
Yeah, so they've
Alyssa
retconned.
Milano.
Yeah, Alyssa Milano is playing Marion, and they've retconned that character a bit, haven't they? Because she's the the damsel in distress.
Oh yeah. At the
she's the
start,
girlfriend.
So in the game, her job is literally to just get punched in the stomach and kidnapped.
Punched in the fanny, I
But,
thought.
yeah, but now they've made her this freedom fighter leader woman, kind of like they did to Daisy in the Super Mario Brothers film.
True. Can we just take a moment to appreciate Alyssa Milano before she was Charmed?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like,
It's
fuck
very-
yeah, it's the Charmed woman.
Well, it's very, very 90s their base, isn't it? It's like Willy Wonka's chocolate. It's like if you could live inside Nickelodeon, that would be their base.
I don't want to do that.
No.
I don't know. It's
It's very garish.
It's a bit pervy.
Oompa Loompas is the only thing that's missing.
The thing is, right, actual actors that we've heard of. So I have seen a lot of tat that's got worse acting.
Oh
Yeah.
no. So they
I wouldn't go as far as saying that this is good acting. It's not their defining roles, but they're at least vaguely capable. Which I've seen a lot of films where the actors, I'm like,
It's supposed to
How-
be over the top, though, isn't
Yeah.
it?
yeah.
So she wants Team Lee to join the Power Corps so they can fight against the network link up because they invented the network, the internet.
They
There's
did.
a network link up where all of the gangs can see what's going on.
Yeah,
Like Street Punk Facebook.
Yeah, that's how a Bobo knows to go after them too, because he has a facial recognition technology.
Yeah.
Again, good prediction
Yeah,
skills.
yeah, you can
Yeah.
see, and he's wired into the Street Punk internet.
The street punk web.
Street punk, Amiga-looking internet.
Yeah, so they say, basically like, yeah, see you around. We might do, Bab. We'll see you in a bit. Then we meet now Satari. She is the girl that looks after Mr. and Mr. Lee.
She's their guardian.
She is their guardian, and she tells some expedition about basically the story of their being together. The parents being killed off
Yeah,
after inventing a magic medallion,
yeah.
which they then broke in half. One half soul, the other half body.
Is this the bit where they're practicing their special double team move?
No, it's when they're just in the kitchen and she's telling her everything.
Oh, they do that special double team move that looks like something out of Strictly Come Dancing, though, don't they?
Oh, that's later on.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
when they're like working out for the final.
It's a bit Torville and Dean in it, that move.
But effective.
Now T2. T2's in the office looking up Teen Lee on
I mean, Agent Doggett.
Agent Doggett, looking up on the Street Punk internet because there is Team Lee are all over it. They've gone viral, if anything, on the Street Punk internet. He's joined by the MILF henchwoman lady with a whip,
Lady Lash.
Lady Lash,
Linda Lash.
a Bobo, and like Terminator 2 is like, look, I've got this plan. I'm going to fill you full of drugs and basically turn you into a big fat balloon man, like a big fat baby man.
It wasn't the best plan, was it?
No.
No.
And Abobo is absolutely terrified by the sight of the chair.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Funnily enough, that earned a love art,
Isn't it?
which I'm sure you're not
Yeah.
surprised
The
by.
chair scream.
My note just says a Bobo steroids machine.
I've written chair scream lol love art.
Yeah.
Chair scream.
I actually wrote lol. I'm 40 years old. What's wrong with me?
So now we see Marion. See now-
Marion.
sorry.
Alyssa Milano.
Yeah, and listen to that. So now we see Marion at home, and it turns out
Do you remember Marion? They were pretty good.
I do remember
The band from like 1997. They had like one hit about sleeping.
Are we falling into a 90s hole here?
Yeah.
I think so. I'm just feeling the love for the
It's
90s.
just this film is perfect for that, isn't it?
It is.
So you get to see she is actually the daughter of the hardworking police chief.
Yeah.
In this post-apocalyptic future.
Cop
is.
dad.
Cop dad.
Cop
Dad cop. I wrote.
Dad cop. Yeah,
Same
we
thing,
can call
same
it dad
thing.
cop.
A little brother pops in and he's like, I'm going to tell Dad that you're like a terrorist.
Yeah.
And you wear a wig. And she's like, oh, don't be a dickhead. And she goes down to breakfast. Her dad hates the Power Corps. It's like, they're just
Yeah.
terrorists. They're just street punks out there. They're no better than the street punks. And she's saying like, it's better than the old days. And she didn't know the old days when there was Uzis all over the place, apparently.
Before the big quake.
Yeah, before the big quake, everyone had Uzis.
It's really fucking tropey, isn't it?
Yeah.
The dad doesn't know what she does.
Yeah.
Oh,
But he says,
troperific.
at least the daytime is safe. But is the daytime safe? The daytime is only safe due to the curfew situation. And lads, I think that's on thin ice. We'll see how that turns out.
Oh, yeah.
This is where you get Team Lee training for their double team, and he actually uses he said it's martial arts, not martial science.
Oh, so the opposite of Taibo then.
It's the exact opposite of blood sport.
Yeah.
The martial sciences.
Yeah.
So
And
the martial-
like we've established, it's more like Torville and Dean than actual
maybe
martial
that's
arts.
why it's martial art, because it's more flouncy.
It's more flouncy. It's not.
It's got more flair to it.
It's not got the same blood sport. Someone's nicking your kids to play with them in the garden.
No.
But while they're doing this,
I was singing.
sorry about it.
You fell singing the bolero. What's wrong with you? It was beautiful. You can just imagine it though, that Torville and Dean would totally pull off that move.
Yeah.
And it looked well good on ice
It's
skating.
martial arts, not martial science, mate.
Exactly.
But the bally's turn. You finished now.
Probably.
Good. No, Mark. So now the baddie's turn up. It's Kokoshuku. Kokaliki Shuku. And he said, I've chosen a new
I
name.
can't take anyone seriously that's called Cock. What's your name? Cock.
Kokoshuku.
Kogashuko. He's like one of those blokes who has samurai swords on their living room wall.
Yeah. That's basically it, because he has got a normal name and he knows their guardian. He's like, yeah, we used to knock about a bit back in the day. You used to be mine. He's like, I didn't belong to anyone. He wants the medallion. Billy just walks up willy-nilly wearing the fucking medallion and he tries to snatch it from him. He's like, giz it!
It was a bit gizzy, wasn't it?
He tries to grab it and then he chases them around their theatre, which they live in. Oh, did I mention they live in a theatre?
So they start running away and they swing down from like a balcony and then
It's a
start
massive-
climbing up
yeah.
a netting.
Yeah.
And it's like they live in the final stage on Gladiators.
Yeah,
It's-
I was going to say it's like they live in Funhouse.
I said it was
I was
like-
expecting
Prizes
them
to be won.
They basically live in a wacky warehouse.
It's a
I was
real
expecting
crazy show
the
where anything will
travelator
go.
to just come up and they just have to run up the travelator to get away.
It was a bit bollocks, wasn't it? And they very much portrayed as these very poor working class kids. They own a fucking theatre.
They don't own it. It's an
Squatting,
abandoned
mate. Squatting.
post-apocalyptic Quake world.
2007, mate.
Yeah, suspension of disbelief.
I did forget it was a lolpocalypse.
Yeah.
But they
But
also
who did
have...
they have to murder to steal the theatre from? Maybe they did that when the lolpocalypse happened. Maybe they killed someone for their theatre. Hello, my name's Billy. Oh no, my name's Dave. Have you got a theatre? Yeah, I have. Stabbed him.
Stab, that's mine.
My fucking theatre.
So they have a scaffold fight. Mark does a good stick fight, doesn't he?
Yeah.
With the Japanese henchman that's from every film ever.
He did, yeah.
Oh, you mean Huey and or Lewis?
Yeah.
Which are their names.
I drew an angry face because I felt
They're called Huey Lewis.
Oh yeah.
Oh, they really?
Yeah.
For goodness sake.
There's actually a bit which I've written down where they come into what's his name, Kogashuko's office, right? And he says,
Oh, he doesn't, does he?
Huey Lewis, any news?
Wow.
That's a line in this film.
Had I spotted that, I'd have drawn an angry face. But going back to the actual angry face that I drew, Mark Dacascos' bow work was inevitably brilliant. And they were doing
It's like gravity, it's just inevitable.
It's just going to work.
It's like Dacascos with a big stick, innit?
Wow.
And they had that
In an
going
ideal
on,
world.
and they kept cutting. It was one of those scenes where they cut between the two fights, and the other one was like fucking bubblegum balls on the floor
Yeah.
and slipping over slapstick shit.
Yeah.
And then Dacascos being badass with his bow. I mean, Fuck off! Both of those things have in martial arts. There's places for those two things, but not at the same time. I was really angry because I felt like it diminished Mark Dacascos' bow work.
It's a bit of a moot point because the fucking tooth truck turns up. Terminator says, you know,
Agent Doggy.
I thought you were dead, I owned you, I mourned you, I was never yours. He touches the metal and he becomes 2D. He goes all flat.
Right, this is the thing, right? We've established this was after Terminator 2.
Yeah.
And you look at this fucking CGI compared to the CGI in Terminator 2. What the fuck's going on?
He turns into a paper ghost.
He does. I've put weird floppy paper thing to describe the way
he just flops out.
It's dog shit. I mean, why couldn't he have melted like he did in T2?
Because he did it in T2.
Oh, all right, but some that wasn't shite.
I thought it was really good.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you lying?
No.
I'm confused.
But yeah, doors get smashed open. Mega Robobo's there, size of a fucking baby man, full of roid rage, and then he just falls off. They just push him off with a bag, and he falls into the net, and they just leave him. T2 doesn't just turn himself 2D; he turns himself into Santori. It's just metal magic, lads. Metal magic.
He has the power of possession.
He does. Thus forcing Satori to be locked up, and the henchmen pour petrol all over the theatre, and they're just going to burn it down. But with her in it, it's got to burn down the lovely theatre. But she manages to escape, but they get separated from Team Lee, and the theatre explodes, and Satari is dead. And
It
Team
was made
Lee
explodium, clearly.
are sad. This is when the explosion starts.
Yeah. Serious explodium, though.
Yeah.
Goes up like a treat.
Cut to little brother playing VR games. Whoa,
Yeah.
it's like a VR roller coaster.
He's on a VR roller coaster, and it looks like something off. Do you remember Reboot?
Yes.
It looks like
What's that?
Reboot. The cartoon. Well, it was like a CG program.
Yeah, it was an interesting thing. It's very much of its time.
Marvelous. So this
T2,
little boy.
yeah, the little boy's playing VR. That's what I've written. They invented VR, but there was VR when this.
Yeah.
So Hills Have Eyes. He's like king of the street punks at the minute. T2's like, look, I'm gonna go and see Hills Have Eyes because I want to be king of the street punks, not that fucking.
Yeah.
Is that
Hills
Michael
Have Eyes.
Berryman?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
So he goes down to see him, and he says the maniacs aren't scared of anyone.
The Neon Maniac.
Not the neon maniacs, no.
No.
Just the normal.
Just the
maniacs.
normal
Just
maniacs.
normal Maniac.
He just takes over, becomes king of the street punks. He goes all 2D again. He strangles him.
He strangles him, and then he dies. And a kind of Highlander thing happens
Yeah.
because a wind machine just suddenly switches
Yeah.
on.
They respect him now.
Is that the quickening?
Yeah, he's the king. They're like, banging fucking spanners on the pipes. That's, King Terminator,
King of the street.
King
punks.
Doggett.
King Doggett, King Shuku.
Can we call him King Doggett?
King Doggett.
Yeah, Bobo, he's still alive. Don't worry
He
about it.
is.
He's
Is he Michael Berryman yet? Oh wait, he's not. He's
no,
dead
no,
now.
Michael
never
Berryman's been-
Barrymore.
Michael Berryman's dead now.
Michael Berryman's been ghost strangled.
Yes.
Yeah, he is
And
dead.
he's not Doc Brown.
So the car's broken down and it's literally full of cheese. What do they fucking expect? The car's full of cheese.
That car is equal parts brilliant and crazy.
Cracks are forming in Team Lee. They're arguing. Look, and one of them's like, he's dead. And he's like, I'll get over it.
Yeah,
like-
that's Jimmy. He's
Yeah.
quite insensitive considering their
Yeah.
parents just died.
Brandon Lee wouldn't do that.
Brandon Lee would go and sit on a roof and play a guitar
Yeah, he
solo.
plays solo and then smash his guitar on.
Yeah.
And Mark Dacascos would just do some good bow work.
And so now, by this point, all of the street punks have been totally aware of the street punk internet and they are all there to kill Team Lee. Junkyard showdown.
Yeah, a clown brings up their names and you
Yeah.
see their full names.
What is their full names?
Jimmy is James Stewart Lee
Interesting.
and Billy is William Burroughs Lee. So they're named after James Stewart and William Burroughs for some reason. I have no idea why.
It's
Or Stuart Lee, the popular
comedian.
the popular comedian who was in the tandem of Lee and Herring at the time. I'm quite a fan of Stuart Lee.
We also, in the Junkyard Showdown, you get to see all the different types of fucking street punks. There's schoolboys, there's hippies, there's a fucking suicidal postman.
There's one postman.
Who just keeps he says airmail and just throws himself off the building onto them.
There's no other postman.
No, because he's in it again later and he does the same thing, doesn't he?
Is he just trying to start his own gang? Like, I've
maybe.
got a new idea for a gang. We're going to be postmen.
We're going to be the postman.
And he's just repping it, trying to get people to join by doing mental shit, like jumping off like a thing. They've even got a catchphrase: airmail.
Airmail.
I feel like they put some effort into their generic side-scroller baddie look for these different gangs. It's almost like
good.
it is a side-scroller baddie.
Yeah.
And I was quite impressed with that. That earned a love heart.
Yeah, love hearts.
That earned a love heart for proper Jackie Chan style daft martial arts with kind of generic-y...
The Warriors style gangs.
Well good.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that. That earned a love heart.
I like the big hands of the clowns.
Yeah.
They're just like got big Mickey
Big
Mouse
hands.
hands.
They don't look very good for doing street punk karate fights.
No, but
The big clown hands.
so Team Lee hide in the shed, and they find a fucking sweet ass motorbike,
And
but
all
it doesn't work.
All the gangs are brandishing their weapons menacingly. Like they're all stood together, and you've got people just brandishing
They're banging on
pipes
the-
and
banging
things,
on the
banging
pipes
their
again.
pipes, and then just the girl at the back twirling a bag over her head.
I didn't notice that.
Yeah, she's just stood at the back twirling a bag over her
Might have a
head.
brick in it, you don't know.
Maybe, but it just looks like a rucksack. It's like they've
Yeah, if
told her
it's got
just
a brick in it, it'll do
do
some
something
damage.
really menacing with this bag.
So find the sweet motorbike, but the motorbike breaks and doesn't work.
It falls apart.
But don't worry, because there's a fucking speedboat in there.
Yeah.
It's all a little bit Miami Vice,
Yeah.
isn't it?
They burst out the back because until that point, there's no indication that this is a watershed.
Yeah.
Bosh! They're gone. But
Yeah.
they get followed by jet ski street punks with cannons on their things, and it turns out this is the Hollywood River.
Yeah.
Because Hollywood is now flooded.
And it's
Right.
so polluted that
Yeah.
it sets on fire.
Yeah.
Flammable river.
Yeah,
Which, I do have a bit of trivia.
Go
I
on,
can't
then.
remember the name of that river, though.
but it did happen once, didn't it?
It happened on that river a couple of times because of pollution, so it actually predicted
So
that.
water actually can
If
catch
it's
fire.
very heavily polluted, yes. Which is what happened.
Well, sweet Christmas. I was about to whine about that being utter bollocks, and I can't.
No.
now.
There you go.
But it does set fire, and it causes the factory to explode. Everything fucking explodes.
Again, the factory, that was the explodium
Yeah.
factory that was producing
The
exploding.
sign explodes that they go
Does.
into. They
Yes.
drive through a sign. The boat explodes, but Team Lee survive. Now the gang have totally broken the truce. The curfew is fucked. The street punks coming out in the daytime willy-nilly.
Yeah.
It's all over the news. The police are really stressed about it.
The police are really stressed about
Yeah.
it. Like they're
I
just
think
like,
you would
oh.
Because Dad Cop's just like, no one's listening to him anymore. They're like, oh, fucking Dad Cop. They
Dad
can't
Cop.
stop these street punks and these daytime street punks. The Terminator, T2.
No, Agent Doggett.
Agent
King
Doggett.
King Doggett.
Sorry, King Doggett.
This
King-
is the point where King Doggett asks Huey and Lewis if there's any news.
Right.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Was there any?
No, there wasn't.
He says he's got a plan B, and his plan B is he wants to talk to Dad Cop.
Also, Linda Lash is there in that scene.
Oh,
as
yeah,
well.
she's just always knocking about.
One thing I've noticed about her is she doesn't seem to be phased by anything that happens
No.
No.
in any scene. She's
I think
always
that's
just
more
got
the
this.
actor being a bit crap.
She's always just got a bemused look on her face.
Team Lee have now realised that they need the help of the Power Corps, and together they can form a powerful alliance and stop Terminator 2, King Terminator 2, King Dogger, whatever his name is.
Oh,
King
God.
Doggett. King Dogging.
Yeah. Then we cut to the Power Corps Willy Wonka Nickelodeon factory.
Oh, I'll tell you what, that pissed me off.
And she's just feeding him spinach.
Yeah, she's,
Feeding a Bobo spinach through a pipe, and he's just farting.
It did seem like kind of like torture
Yeah.
when she was doing to him,
Yeah.
and she's supposed to be the good guy. Or did I miss something there?
Yeah, just making
He was
fart.
like, I don't want this, and she force fed
Yeah.
it to him.
And he's like,
It's
I'm
not a nice thing to
farting. I'm farting.
It's not a nice thing to do. However, the pop culture references during this scene I did enjoy.
Which
Marshmallow Man, clicking
Yeah.
heels, rollerblades, and the usage of the word double dorks,
Oh.
which I did enjoy immensely. Again, with its so 90s. So 90s.
Team Lee still can't work out how to get the fucking medal to work. Nothing happens. They're just rubbish. They're rubbish at it. They can't do it. Eventually they'll work it out, but they're like, oh, you win? Do you want to join the Power Corps? And they're like, yes, we will join the Power Corps. Next thing Power Corps do is break into Shuko Center, which is like a mall,
Yeah.
and hijinks shenanigans.
Hijink shenanigans.
She
With
opens,
rollerblades.
she opens up the shaft and they have a perv on her.
Yeah, they keep looking at her.
Oh, do you know?
Every time she
Yeah.
bends over, they do look at her arse.
My notes say gratuitous ass, instant male bell end, because these two very kind, almost borderline wholesome characters at the start of the film, two brothers who work together, live together,
Fight together.
work as a team. They both look at each other, giggle, and perv at the woman's ass. I mean, fuck off. Fuck off.
Marion's plan is to upload misinformation to the street punk internet via a Bobo's fucking connection to it.
Okay.
That's the plan, isn't it? But
With
then
his
Team-
account, with his punknet account.
Yeah, punknet. But Team Lee decide to change the plan halfway through and decide to try and retrieve the medal by fishing it out of the office while Dad Cop's in there with Terminator 2.
And Linda Lash is just
It's
watching.
just watching it.
Yeah, she was.
Yeah. But then she gets a massive weapon.
A massive.
Gets a
weapon.
massive weapon and pokes up at him going, get out of the fucking
It's a
ceiling.
glaive.
It's a glaive. Stabs at you with a big sword I put here. Then we get
Glaive.
MILF versus Dad. Marion versus Terminator. Then Team Lee fall down the lift shaft.
Right, another thing that annoyed me about the lift shaft. They slid all the way down the lift shaft on
With
ropes.
their hands.
On their hands. Didn't get no rope burns though, did they?
No.
They've either got like invisible gloves or not hands.
Or super hardened martial arts hands.
Kumite fists.
Yeah.
I've also put during this fight scene, she's got an inconsistent whip. Because
Yeah,
Does she?
yeah, it's like either super powerful or utterly worthless.
It gets her into trouble.
Yeah,
But yeah,
And we get our next perv scene
we do.
when they fall to the bottom of the vent, whatever it is.
yeah.
That's probably the worst one
It
out of
really
all
is.
of them.
It really is.
I missed it. I missed the perv scene.
So they fall to the bottom,
Yeah.
and Marion's falls and lands on her back, like when they fall off the rope. And I think it's Jimmy lands with his head on her stomach. And if you watch, he slowly kind of lifts his head up and starts to slowly move his head up towards her, you know.
Have a look at her boobs.
Yeah, only just in time for Billy to just kind of grab his head and yank him off.
Oh,
Yeah.
Aye.
yanking him off when he's looking at somebody else's. So Tim Lee, they find a lab full of people in suspended animation, and what happens next is a zombie basketball player, street punk, stands up and fights them, but it's Terminator 2 in the body of a zombie street punk basketball
you mean
player.
Agent Doggett?
Agent Doggett.
Yeah, he's from the game as well, isn't he?
Is he?
Yeah, his name's like Tower or something like that.
He said like Tower on his. Yeah, he
You're
did.
probably
Yeah.
right, actually.
But Team Lee squash him.
Yeah, they're battering.
They totally batter. They just kill him.
Yeah.
Because Terminator 2, he wants the medal, and now he just looks like an old video. It's like, he's all black and white and wobbly.
He goes all grainy and white noisy.
He does.
Terminator 2 then escapes into a fan.
Agent Doggett.
Okay. He comes out of the fan when they turn it back on, and he jumps into a zombie punk. A metalhead sailor who is in the game, like the bullet head guy.
Brilliant.
And Jimmy gets separated from Marion and Billy.
He
And
does.
the T2 metalhead just hugs him really hard to stop him from getting. He's like, no! And Bear hugs him.
Yeah.
New special report: gangs are looting everything. Fucking daytime chaos. It's all gone to shit. The police are in a bad way. Dad Cop wants to take back the police, but take back the streets. He's on his own. He goes out into the streets on his own, guys.
Oh, all
What are
his
you doing, Dad Cop?
He's going to save his daughter, Mark. That's what he's doing. He's an honourable man.
cop mates won't
Meanwhile,
come out.
his daughter is snogging someone and giggling when his brother's hostage. They both seem to give no shits.
Yeah,
It's
well-
all snogs and giggles. Well.
Yeah.
Jimmy's a fucking hostage.
Well, it says here,
And it's Mark Dacascos. This is the good one.
Teenagers, isn't it?
yeah.
Fucking teenagers.
Says Terminator,
Hormones.
Terminator 2 has got Not the Crow tied up in the office.
Yeah.
And he says, I'm going to kill you just like I did your father.
Oh, the reveal.
And he says, oh, you should have worked out. Did you not work out? I was Dad's mate. I was colleagues. I was in on this whole medallion thing the whole time. Why do you think I wanted it, dickhead? I want to be like, give it me.
Do you enjoy Agent Doggett's look in this film?
I
The
do,
kind
it's
of like
a
long,
yes.
bleach blonde beard and
Yeah.
bleach blonde kind of like vampire fronty hair job.
Yeah.
I think it's deliciously camp and utterly 90s.
Yeah,
ridiculous.
it's got the 90s. It's got the 90s bleached hair and dyed black beard as well,
Yeah,
like Hollywood Hogan.
yeah, it's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Now, the punks break in to the Nickelodeon Willy Wonka world and just start smashing it to bits. While this is happening, they're keeping Mega Robobo in a fucking toilet now, chained to a fucking toilet.
Oh.
He sees himself in the mirror
And he
and
cries.
he cries.
It's actually quite sad. I feel
Yeah.
very sorry for him.
So he goes out and he's like, he's just going to be a normal dude now. He decides that's the minute you see he changes, doesn't
He
he?
does.
Yeah.
He becomes nice.
MILF gets knocked out. Jimmy kicks Billy through a window because it's not fucking Jimmy, it's Terminator 2.
See, this is where I got my. This is my one of my love arts is because of that
Brother on brother.
in-game reference of fighting your brother.
Bro
I
down,
like that.
bro down
Like that.
showdown.
Yeah, bro down showdown, love art.
Bro down showdown. Where they fight each other in an arcade. Where there's Double
The
Dragon
ar-
arcade game.
Yeah, the
Oh, I thought that was dog shit.
all of the
That
all of the
annoyed
other
me.
cases have been completely graffitied up, so you can't see what it is.
Apart from Double Dragon.
And then there's just the Double Dragon one.
I thought that was bollocks.
Oh,
Billy
it had
gets-
to be in there, didn't it?
Billy gets frustrated with the medal and he chucks it and he says it's shit. And then it just starts working. And then he gets the power of body. He's so fucking super strong that Jimmy's just hitting him and it doesn't matter.
Doesn't
Doesn't
anything.
matter.
No.
He's like, well, give me the medal or I'm just going to kill Jimmy. And he's like, get out of my brother.
Oh, and that's when
That's when Terminator 2 gets the other half the medal.
that's
Medal.
when a Bobo turns up, isn't it?
Yeah, after the one of my.
Well, yeah,
favourite
that's because Terminator 2 gets both halves of the medal, puts them together and drains all the power from the city and turns into two zombie ninjas.
Is that when he does the eyebrow?
Yeah.
I enjoyed the eyebrow a lot. It was just camp. I didn't give it a love art. I just put nice eyebrow.
And then a Bobo arrives and he says, hit the lights! And they
Yeah.
put on the backup generator so everyone can see.
So this is established earlier in the film.
That's why he wears
is that
shades.
He doesn't like lights.
Yeah. Shades. He's sensitive to light.
Yeah, but but in the beginning of the film, they turn the lights and he goes, "Oh, don't do that."
That's about it.
And it's just it's a slight discomfort for him.
Yeah.
But now, he's become all powerful. His
So much
hatred
so,
of light.
Yeah, they
is
turn on a
become-
neon light and the ninjas hate it. So they kick both the ninjas back into one piece of Terminator 2.
tandem kick.
Tandem kick.
Yeah, tandem kick, and it goes from two Terminator 2s into one Agent Doggy.
Yeah.
Is that
They get the medal. They finally have both halves. He says, oh shit. And they say, you said it. Medal connection, pantomime costumes, final battle. Terminator 2 instantly becomes a fucking pussy.
Yeah, he does.
Body dump. And he's like, they jump into his body. And he's like, stop hitting yourself, stop hitting yourself. All of the street punks and the fucking powercore think it's hilarious.
Yeah.
Dad Cop turns up. He gives himself in. And he gives him a massive check for loads of money.
Yeah.
The cops are back on the street. They can rebuild the city.
What do you think of the costumes?
The costumes look like
The
pantomime.
double dragon
Yeah,
costumes.
yeah.
Did you not think they looked rad?
They did look rad.
Would you not wear one?
I would wear one.
I thought they looked gnarly.
Gnarly. They
Super gnarly.
tubular almost.
Tubular.
But while they were doing that, Marion had time to sort out the car. Dragon wagon.
Oh yeah, the dragon wagon has been upgraded.
Does it not run on cheese anymore?
Well, I don't
Does it
know.
run on ham?
hot
Just toasties.
Yeah. Oh, we were saying earlier on though, we do like a dippy cheese.
Oh, I do like a dippy cheese.
So a Bobo turns up and he says, "What's up, chicken butt?"
And I'm just, that's another love art. That's my last but one love art. Because I'm glad he got a happy ending.
Yeah, because he says
I
like,
love Bobo.
he actually
Yeah.
says like, "I'm tired of fighting. Can I just come out and hang out with you? Can I drive the car?" They think it's him, his brother, mucking
Yeah.
about. Turns out he's in the back. It is a Bobo driving the car. Comedy ending. They play all together now by the farm.
Which that is my eighth and final love art. Is that the farm was the end credits.
Because they are all together. And then at the end,
Together
you see the
now.
henchman
That just
Huey and
came out of
Lewis.
nowhere, didn't it?
All together now.
with a sign that says will hench for money.
All together now.
They just bicker as they walk off
Yeah.
into the sunset.
In no man's land. All together. Oh, I love that song. Do you know what I did after I watched that film?
Put that album
I
on.
did,
Put it
I-
on.
I did, yeah. The farm. Whatever happened to the farm?
I don't know.
Do you think they like retired to the city or something?
Is that your main take home?
Is that your
Tied
main
to
thing
the
from this
sea?
film?
Oh.
What, that they played the farm?
Yeah, is that your main take home from this
No,
film?
my main take home is Mark Dacascos being fit, some bow work,
Yeah.
and lol Agent Doggett. And I really enjoyed this.
Yeah, this
I
one was
really,
good.
really enjoyed this.
It was better than the last one we did as a three-way, which was cheerleader camp, and we hated it.
Wretched.
This was just lovely, good times.
7-year-old me would have absolutely loved this.
Yeah.
film.
I think so.
Well, I've never.
So this was 1993.
It's 94, I think.
94. So, I'd have been 16. I'd have probably been on the edge of finding it hokey at 16, but I think I'd have enjoyed that.
Would
film.
you?
I didn't
So-
even know it existed until I found it about a year ago.
Would you say this? So, looking at this film,
Mm.
so we were saying earlier how you don't like the Super Mario Brothers film.
No, I didn't say that. I do like the Super Mario Brothers film.
Wearing
but I
Super
think,
Mario socks,
but I
Mark.
think,
Oh.
I think it's a crap film, but I enjoy it. And this was a crap film, and I enjoyed it. Right, I don't know. I said One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, but let's pick anything that's considered a brilliant film.
Okay.
2001: A Space Odyssey. That's a masterpiece in film,
Right.
and I enjoyed it. This is not a masterpiece in film. This is hilariously dog
Yeah,
shit.
it's like I've
but I
said-
still enjoyed it. But
So-
I enjoyed them in a different way.
It's like
Is what I'm
comparing.
trying to get at.
It's like comparing McDonald's cheeseburgers to
Gaucho,
filet mignon.
yeah, Gaucho Grill,
yeah, exactly.
fucking Argentinian,
Yeah,
60 quid beef.
one of them beef sword restaurants. Where you ever been to the restaurant
So
where you
beef
eat?
sword restaurants. Is this some kind of
I
pornography?
realised as I said beef sword to
Is
you,
this
it's a
some kind of
mistake.
pornography that I've actually missed out on? And I need
No,
to Google
you go. They
immediately?
used to have a place in Nottingham like Brazilian meat swords. And you go
Oh,
round and
yeah. Like a Brazilian rotisserie. Love
yeah, and they
that.
come round with it on a big
Never
stick.
had
They're
so
like-
much meat in me in my entire life after I went to a Brazilian restaurant. So much meat. I tried all these different meats. Spicy meat, garlic meat, all of these meats.
meats from around the world.
I had chicken hearts. Did you have chicken hearts when you went?
No, I am not
So much meat.
eating war food.
I loved meat. I
Don't
loved
need to eat chicken
I
hearts.
couldn't walk properly. I'd had so much meat in me.
So Double Dragon.
Oh shit! Yeah, we were talking. About,
Yeah.
You started talking about food. You know I get excited about food and meat.
Yeah. Just meat in
I
general.
love meat.
So 5 stars. Any guys? Star system. What are we saying? I give this one 5.
I always give them
I always
5.
give it
Right.
5.
So I gave Slugs 5, which I did enjoy a little bit more than this.
Mm-hmm.
So still, because I'm stingy, I still think a solid 4 tat stars.
It's good,
This
it's
is
still
good
good,
tat. It's not exceptional slugs tat, but it is good tat slugs. It is good tat. This is well worth watching tat.
Yeah.
Good.
I mean, it's about time we had a computer game film.
Oh, it's not going to be the last one.
No, but
No.
it's there should be. We should have had at least one by now, I think. So I'm glad we finally got what
So
that.
it's a good one to start with.
Yeah, definitely.
When you sent this over as the one you chose, I got quite excited because I'd never heard of it.
I'd never
and I
heard
was
of
like,
it.
fuck yeah, it's a double dragon film. Of
Yeah.
course this exists. Ooh, Mark Dacascos.
Right then, well, thank you for joining us this week for Super Tap Film Club.
Can I come back again?
You can come back, man.
Oh, I'm glad.
I'm sorry about the state of my voice.
Oh, it's deteriorating now.
It's but wrestling.
Okay.
Deathmatch Malachi.
Well, there's a lot of words to describe you. Deathmatch Malachi probably isn't the first one I'm looking for.
I'm gonna put the phone on.
And then at the end,
Together,
you see the henchman.
all together, all together now. In no man's land, all together.
Oosh.